So we've seen Biofrost go from being a mechanically strong support for Doublelift to becoming the shot caller of CLG. Today we'll spend some time with Vincent and really understand the complexities of his job. If you think about it, every game of League of Legends, players are making about 100 decisions a minute, and they're using information from multiple channels. They're looking at the minimap, the tab screen, in-game action, in-game audio, as well as team communication channels, so that they can be the most informed and make the best decision every second. And although it's not the same as looking at a play live and making that decision in the heat of the moment, today we'll sit with Bio and break down a few plays and try and really understand what he's looking for and how he approaches each play.
They're just kind of rotating here and trying to switch it off.
Ooh, that's a good trick for the shotgun, but again, Biofrost looking for total. Find the three-man pulverize bomb! Don't quite connect after it, and it's a bit of a chaos here, and the rest of it sticks together, still hitting away as Darktron trying to keep Flame and Shrimp out of there. Dunk there from Rainova, finds it, could try and seal it, but...
Thanks for being here with us today, Vincent. Let's break down this play. So this is a game between you and FlyQuest early on in the season. Take a look and give us first the game overview, the game state. What are the win conditions? What are you looking for? And how are you going to approach this situation before we start looking at what actually happened?
We're 36 minutes into the game and we're 10K gold up ahead. So things are looking pretty good for us. But when you're this late into the stage of a game, it doesn't really matter that much about the gold difference. It's about team comps. And for the most part, both our team comps are fairly similar. There is a distinction, however, where their team comp thrives better playing front to back, where they want to engage on the closest target and kind of just hit whoever. Sejuani wants to ult the closest target and they just burst him down. Whereas for us, we have a different option where J4 can look for a flank, or myself, where if we expose their carries, which are their Orianna and their Tristana, we can get really good engage. So what I want to do here is I want to look for a flank.
And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to go down this way. I'm going to play the video. And you're going to see, even though there's two wards there, you clear the one you can see. I'm not sure you knew about that one, but you thought you were pretty safe walking into the control ward push.
Yeah,
there.
so I'm pretty sure FlyQuest made a mistake there where if they were paying attention, they could see me going up. And if they realized that, they would send either their Gnar or maybe even the Sejuani to go deal with me. Let's say Gnar tries to mark me and starts just running at me. There's nothing that I can do, so I would just have to back off.
You just have to join your team
again.
again.
Therefore the flank wouldn't really work out. But because they're not paying attention, that I actually get this angle.
So they think your team is, they think you're right here with the team right now.
Yeah. They think that I'm right here, and because I get this angle, I'm not in any vision right now. They don't know where I am. So they're gonna get caught off completely off guard. And that's really important in a team fight, because if you have an unexpected situation that you're not really accounting for, then you can possibly make a really bad mistake because you might not have the best reaction to it.
Okay, so you're gonna be looking for their carries, right?
Yeah.
So I'll play this a little bit. You're gonna see here you come. This is the thing. What are you looking to do right now?
So there's a couple of things that I'm thinking about. First of all, Tristana, if she times it well, she can W my jump. So I don't want to use both of my WQ combo here. If I use both, then she can potentially jump it, and I'm not really going to have anything else for the team fight.
Okay.
So what I want to do is I want to W so that if she does jump away, I can anticipate that and Q afterwards, so that I'll still get an engage on them. So what I'm also looking at is, I'm looking at these three over here, because these three, they're all clumped up right now. And if I can get both the AD carry and the mid laner, then I'm hitting jackpot. That's the best case scenario for me, because ideally what would happen is that we get a wombo combo situation here where I'm getting a lot of their people, their main carries, and I have really good follow-up on Jarvan as well as Zilean.
You said ideal situation.
Yeah.
What happens if things don't go ideally? What's the worst case scenario with your big play?
The worst case scenario is we don't get the follow-up. Even though I get the combo, if we don't have any follow-up, we're not going to get any kills.
What if you don't get the combo? What happens?
If I don't get the combo, we're actually going to lose this team fight. Let's say I WQ here and she just jumps it. Then they're going to engage on these people and I'm useless. I'm just there as a meatball. And ideally, you don't want to be a meatball.
What are you communicating, or what do you think you're communicating when you're walking down here right now for this big play?
In communication right now, I'm screaming, I'm flanking, I'm going to go in. In Jarvan's perspective as well as Zilean's perspective, they're just thinking, okay, I need to follow up on this engage no matter what, because this could be possibly the game-winning team fight.
So we're gonna play now, we're gonna see what happens, and we're gonna see what the next, so let's stop there.
So here, I get the combo, and Zilean ends up flashing and trying to double bomb. So because of Alistar's recent rework, maybe not actually that recent, but a year ago, your Q doesn't last for that long. So what's really dependent on us getting the chain CC is J4's EQ combo. If J4 EQs immediately, then they're gonna get knocked up into Zilean's double bomb stun. And in that ideal situation, this team fight would be over. These 3 people would instantly die. They would just instantly die. And
how hard is that to pull off realistically in a heat of a moment in a big game?
It all comes down to is everyone executing what they need to do. I think Alistar here has the hardest job where he finds this engage. Then
so you're patting yourself on the back.
A little bit, but Jarvan, he needs to EQ because his is probably the next hardest because Zilean is not fast enough to get the double bomb unless he already preemptively throws 1 bomb and then just has to throw 1 more. But to throw 2, it would be impossible if they have flashes. So Jarvan needs to just EQ here. But instead, what ends up happening is Jarvan messes up and only uses Q. So the team fight doesn't go into the ideal scenario. So for J4 to only press Q is, I think, a pretty big mistake. If let's say he just pressed EQ but wasn't fast enough, then I'd be more lenient. But because he only presses Q, that's actually a very bad mistake.
So let's roll it and see what happens,
So we don't get the combo there. But we get this re-engage off, which is really important for us because let's say we don't get this re-engage off, then this team fight could possibly disperse and we won't really get anything off of that engage.
There's still no one dead.
But because we get this, then we get the team fight still going. And what's really important here to know is that because of this, we kill one of their main carries, and also their other carry, their Tristana, ends up jumping out of the fight. So she's not gonna be doing any damage. Even though she's alive, she's practically out of the fight because the entire fight shifts away from her where she's not doing anything.
So even though it wasn't executed perfectly, because you found that great engage and they were scattered and not decisive, you were able to take a decisive victory and finish the match. Well, thanks for walking us through all that. That was amazing.